What's up, everybody? This is the Bros Gone Wild podcast. Welcome back, you spectacular humans. This is another episode of the Bros Gone Wild podcast. This podcast is a self-help life tips, community angles, and overall current events in the world that you can sit back, grab that warm coffee, get that smooth jam every Sunday. We'll catch you up with the current events, and we'll bring you in to, honestly, a great week, a great start to your week on Monday if you listen every Sunday. So, boys, I'm entering a new decade.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Just entered the new decade.
Big
of my
20-year-old.
Happy belated birthday again. Yep, I'm out of the teen years. I've escaped teen pregnancy.
You did?
I've done a lot of things.
Good for
you.
As
far
as you know, you've escaped.
I've escaped the teens. Well, no, technically.
No. Hey, even if he has a kid, he won't be a teen.
It wouldn't be a teen pregnancy.
Well, I'm saying, like, you don't know if you've had one in the past, though.
You can't do that.
You can't be for sure.
What the
Hey, you never know.
Josh
gets a call up from a random chick, like, a couple days.
Jesus, Jenny. Anyways, do we want to talk about our poll we had this week?
Yeah, let's get after it.
Let's do it. So our poll asked the question, would you rather eat a brownie that tastes like shit or a piece of shit that tastes like a brownie? The options being shit-tasting brownie and brownie-tasting shit. So, guys, what did you vote for?
Well, see, I kind of...
This is a tough one.
My thing is, obviously, I would rather eat the better-tasting thing. But if it's a piece of shit and it's not good, I could get ill. So I would choose the safer option. I wouldn't eat a piece of shit because it would make me sick. But if I was guaranteed not to get sick, I would eat the better tasting thing, no doubt. You know what I mean?
I didn't think about the illness part of it whatsoever.
Just because eating a piece of shit will get you very ill.
No, it's definitely toxic. It's toxic material coming out.
But if we're throwing that out just for sake of argument, I would much rather eat the brownie tasting shit.
Let's just hypothetically say that this turd is completely safe.
Yeah,
right.
It's 100%
I would eat the turd that tastes like a brownie.
Eat the turd.
I'd eat the turd too.
Absolutely.
I would eat the turd that tastes like a brownie.
I'm not eating a brownie that tastes like
I don't,
matter.
because then if it tastes like it, that's basically like
eating
you ate
it. Yeah, exactly.
You know what it tastes like. I don't want to know what that tastes like.
No.
My God.
Actually,
you don't know if
we're in the minority.
No.
Our poll,
yeah, you're right. Brownie. Dang, people don't want to be known for eating shit.
Brownie tasting like shit weighed in at 54%.
Yeah.
It was probably our closest poll yet, but
it is.
It was
41 votes. It was just neck and neck the whole time it was running.
But we have a couple of shit eaters out there. Myself included, I guess, because I would definitely take the shit that tasted better.
Even though it is composed, I guess, technically it might be shit.
But if I know I'm not going to get sick.
If I know I'm not going to get sick. And
now, do you have to eat it, is someone, whose poop is this going to be? That also depends, too.
And I also wonder, how is it shaped? Is this the shape of a brownie, or is it eating that
the turd
fresh
shape.
log?
Yeah.
That log.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah,
wow.
I don't want Crim 6's turds.
This is just such a goofy question. No matter how you really answer it, you really are a shit eater.
It's a lose-lose.
Exactly. It's a lose-lose.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that's quality. I really liked it.
I guess I'll just go in right with, you talked about Crim 6 for, obviously.
Let me hear it.
The people that don't know, this is one of my topics. Crim 6 plays for the Green Wall.
Hashtag Green Wall.
Little COD Pro League action. But my question was, it was just more Call of Duty based. The original Call of Duties, before, did those come out before there was, Xbox Live? How would you play those? Was it only campaign? Because I feel like to be able to launch something where you can play online, you have to have a huge base of people that will play it. That way you actually have opponents. So, did they just launch it with Live and then just kind of have it slowly grow? Or did they have a following before Xbox Live and PlayStation Network was even a thing?
Well, it's more of the game. People loved just the aspects of the game. It was one of the first
So it did come out before, like,
games to have that real first person shooter feel.
It was out before online was a thing.
not necessarily, because the original Xbox had online. Halo was the big game in the original Xbox.
I used to play that.
So, do you remember me telling you about how PlayStation was basically nowhere to be found on multiplayer?
Yeah.
Just because they never had this live, it was always free.
Mm-hmm.
So a big reason Xbox was so successful was their online was so above PlayStation. So basically everyone back in the day has Xbox
because they're making money off it, right? So they could have better systems.
Exactly.
And stuff.
They were charging yearly fees or monthly, I guess, to have Xbox Live. So they built this community around being the best online experience, and then so all these developers and all these creators, Halo is only on Xbox. So that's a big thing that brought the multiplayer out.
Mm-hmm.
And so your question for Call of Duty, it started, probably the first Call of Duty to pick up online was Call of Duty 2. And then the game that started to really go competitive was COD 4. That's where everyone started to really... That's where the competitive scene was seen.
So was the first one was more of like only campaign before like they released it online.
What do you mean by only campaign?
So you said what COD 2 was the first one where they launched it like online, right? So the one before that, I would assume since COD 2 is the second.
Maybe
I would assume it was
only
the second
online,
one.
Yeah.
So the first one I would assume would be launched.
Campaign, yeah.
So yeah, I was just kind of
probably. I'm not 100% sure because I didn't play those CODs, but COD 2 is obviously the second one, so. Maybe the first one didn't have it. I'm not 100% sure, but
I just wasn't sure because it's primarily an online game now. I don't know many people who like play a lot of campaign. I mean, obviously there are people that do it, but
it's definitely interesting. It's an interesting topic, but how that comes about in a sense.
I kind of miss the throwback video gaming consoles like GameCube. I'm talking vintage. Like
that's what's cool about GameCube is you didn't need that online.
Right.
You were immersed in the story mode.
Right.
I love that.
I got a PS2 in the old room.
Yeah.
It's been a while though since I broke it out.
Yeah,
collecting dust right now, but we should break that out.
We need another controller. I only have one.
We can take GameCube games, right? I might bring up Super Smash and a bunch of GameCube controllers and see what we can do.
Absolutely, dude. That Wii 100% takes GameCube.
Yeah, that would be a blast. Because Super Smash Bros., that's a blast. I think I probably have Mario Kart at home.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know if it's even worth bringing up this year, though.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Time?
Oh, yeah, dude.
I guess there is. There's like 8 weeks, whatever, but... Yeah. That's a good question, though, with the... online.
Thanks, bud.
I brought this up to Jonah earlier in the week.
Yeah.
So, Dayton, we were walking down the steps. This was approximately maybe 8:30 a.m. I don't know. I must have had some weird dreams.
When was this?
Appropriated this thought. This was maybe Tuesday I had this.
Oh, okay.
But we're walking down the stairs, and outside I had this weird glow, and it was... The sun was kind of coming up and coming through the clouds, almost looking like it was fresh out of a nuclear blast. Do you kind of know what that outside looked like? And I looked at Jonah and I said, dude, right now, you look outside, there's zombies everywhere. Literally covered in zombies.
Okay.
What is your first action step to do?
What do you do?
What do you do first?
What's the first thing you do?
What's the first thing you start cranking towards?
I'm going for supplies.
But
you're gonna take a risk going outside.
Oh no! I never once said I was going outside.
Oh, what kind of supplies?
I'm coming up here. I'm grabbing everything I can. I'm throwing it in a backpack. I'm grabbing the heaviest object I can find as a weapon, and I'm gonna go peek back out the window. And I guess I'll just assess it from there. But the first thing I'm doing is getting a backpack full of shit that can keep me alive for a few days, at least. I might call my family.
Yeah, call the loved ones. See how my family's doing. But I don't know.
Because
maybe immediately call my parents. What's your status? What's your zombie status? If they don't pick up, I'm totally gonna shed a few tears. I'm gonna get my head back in the game because I'm fighting for survival.
We're making light of the situation, but in reality, if that were to actually happen, shit would be hitting the fan. There's no time for
who knows how far this has already passed.
Right, exactly.
Through the country.
You got to react by what you see. I'm calling my family. I'm gathering my supplies, and then I'm. I
wonder what kind of weapons would be the most advantageous.
I'd grab those scissors on the table.
Yeah,
scissors.
Go a little Walking Dead. Just assume that they die by a headshot.
Headshot. I feel that.
I don't know, dude.
I mean, that's the processor.
Trust the process, but.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flip the old vinyl here.
The vinyl. Yeah, but also, do you make the run for the car? if you're in a car, that's a lot of opportunity.
If you think you can get there, you have to. You know what I mean?
Depends how loaded it is. And also, are these the zombies from I Am Legend or are these the zombies from Walking Dead? Because I don't want anything to do with I Am Legend zombies.
Those things are crazy.
But
those things can't go into the light, which is definitely an advantage.
Oh, it's advantageous for sure.
But anyone that's in the dark is donezo.
Yeah, they're fucked.
No, it's
actually a really good question.
And it makes me want to kind of keep my car filled all the time.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Get a couple guns.
What is your action step?
I'm trying to think I'm actually trying to assess this weapon situation. I don't know what I'd grab.
We don't.
I might grab Jonah's umbrella.
It's not bad.
Fuck you, dude. That's mine.
I'm looking at the umbrella right now. I might grab, or I don't know, really.
First thing I do, I'd run up here, hit the foam roller,
and
then assess my situation.
Right. No, I absolutely agree with that. You got to hit the foam roller.
You can't do anything until you're right.
Yeah.
Until you get yourself right.
It's a very good point.
Yeah, well, I guess going off this intellectual, deep conversation, I got a good question for Jonah. So this is a question that goes back to Jonah's basketball roots. He's a basketball player at heart, born and raised on the grind. Jonah, you're standing at a free throw line.
Oh my gosh.
Guy says, picture you're on the Pistons court. Maybe it could be a full crowd or it could be an empty crowd. It's
Doesn't
up to
matter.
you. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Up to you.
I'd like to picture a full crowd.
Full crowd. Sold out.
This exact same situation, he ran by me, and I still don't know if I.
Is this what you were dying to ask me the other night?
Yeah,
it's pretty good. We wouldn't allow it.
Crowd is full. Crowd is empty. You decide. I come up to you. I show you a briefcase. I say, here's $30 million if you make 4 out of 5 free throws. But if you miss more than 2, you go to jail for the next 25 years.
But hold on. Let's in a briefcase. Can you fit 30 million in a briefcase?
Maybe it's like 5 briefcases.
Okay. All right.
I understand. Or just a big check.
Just
One of those giant checks.
Massive check.
You got a big check out there.
Wow. Well,
no tax taken off of this.
My initial instinct is, I'm a hell of a basketball player. I'm gonna make 5 out of 5. But then again,
wife and kids.
You know,
think about 25 years.
You can't risk your life. You know what I mean?
Money's just money, dude.
I would have to pass, but it's very tempting.
Well, how about this? What if I say 3 out of 5? Does that change a lot?
I'm shooting.
You're shooting 3 out of 5.
I'm confident I can shoot 60%.
And by the way, it's right now. You don't get a month of practice. It says tomorrow.
I don't need a month of practice.
At noon, at noon 10, at noon 30, you have to take these shots.
Give me ball right now.
Wow, you would do it. 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
Are you walking home with 30 mil in your pocket after that?
Oh yeah. No, I'm walking home with about 25 because I'm gonna blow the first 5 million.
Think about
in a second.
Think about your confidence loss after you miss that first shot.
I'm not missing the first shot.
I don't know about that.
Oh no, I'd be shitting bricks, dude.
Oh my god, I couldn't imagine.
Most pressure you could put somebody under. Like those are 2 extremes almost.
25 years in the pen.
I'm not worried about the pen.
Wait,
dude.
you said family and kids.
Wife and kids, dude?
Wife and kids.
Saying, yeah, what if you have a wife and kids? Does that change it up?
Yeah, how does
that? 3 out of 5.
You know, being realistic, I probably wouldn't take it unless it was maybe 1 out of 5, just because like you can't take that risk.
I probably.
But I would like to think that I would no doubt hit 3 out of 5. But you know, I've gone stretches where I've missed 3 out of 5.
What do you think is a realistic point? I think very realistic, where I extremely consider is 2 out of 5.
It would be more of a discussion with 2 out of 5.
And it would be interesting. We talked about it earlier. You would be the man in jail. People would be like, "That's the guy that took the free throws."
That's the dude that's here because of basically nothing.
He's not just a bro.
He's cool.
He's cool. He went for it. He
took
a shot in the dark.
I'm not afraid to go back to prison. All I'm saying.
We also knew that you would say that. I said, I bet you $20 Jonah ends up saying that at some point.
All I'm saying is I'd go in there, I'd find the top dog, and I'd beat his ass.
The top dog.
And people,
I'm ruling that prison
and I'd
for the
start,
next 20,
and I'd run it, dude.
24 and a half years. Because it's going to take half a year to get to that top, to find out who the top dog is and to strategically take him down.
I'm not worried about it. I'll get out in 20 with good behavior.
Jonah says, I got my scissors.
The top dog in jail looks like The Rock. Like, you're really going to mess with something like that?
That's also true.
Dude, brains over brawn.
I mean, I guess, in some scenarios.
He's a big dummy, dude.
These guys
I'm not a dummy.
These guys are a lot older than you, though, too. They got a few more ticks on the old crank, if you know what I mean.
Biological clock is ticking. No, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's
That's a good one.
It's an interesting question.
I like that question. When it
Very
was first presented to me, I thought it was the funniest thing I heard all day.
Tough decision. My God. It just really makes you think. You got some sweet stuff for us, D?
No, I don't have anything too sweet. I heard a cool story my boy Mike, my Business 101 teacher, told me. And I'm not really into cars or anything, but he was talking about Rolls-Royces. Oh, and by the way, I have a presentation coming up in this class. I'm not allowed to use any filler words or else you fail the entire presentation.
No way.
0 out of 100.
Wow.
If I say or like one single time.
Bullshit.
No way.
That puts that much more pressure on you, which almost makes you want to say it even more.
Exactly.
I looked at
Because
the rubric.
you're consciously thinking.
That's insane.
Because remember in the last podcast you said anyways?
And then I started thinking about
Yeah.
it. And
Once
then
you
it
start
just came
thinking
up
about it.
naturally almost.
So,
That is
I'm a little
crazy.
salty with my man Mike right now.
How many people are you in class?
12.
There's like 13 kids. There's 12 kids. And
Are
then
any of
a
these kids
45
well spoken? Because it's
No,
an art.
not at all.
It's not something
That's
I think
hard.
you can put on an assignment.
My
like
group,
that.
my group would be the only one that doesn't fail, probably.
That's unbelievable.
One of the kids.
Oh, it's a group project.
It's a group project.
So if any one of your
oh yeah, I'm
So
relying
one of
on
your
two
group
people
members
as
could
well.
fuck the whole thing up
Yep.
for you?
I'm relying on two
No
other guys
way.
as well. Yeah.
Fuck that.
How shitty is that?
that might be one of the worst things I've heard.
I know. I'll tell Mike we can't be having that shit.
That needs to be figured out.
Yeah, but. Anyways, I'll get my fillers out of the way here. But he was telling us a story in class, all 13 of us. It's like a class of, you can fit 50, 60 kids in this class. 13 of us, and he's telling a story about Rolls-Royce, and he knew someone who bought a used Rolls-Royce. And they were in Gatlinburg, up in the mountains, and a part on this Rolls-Royce went bad, something. And there's no Rolls-Royce dealerships even close to Gatlinburg for the part, and he couldn't get the part anywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's like a special car.
So he just ran off a cliff?
Rolls-Royce airlifted a mechanic up in the mountains. This guy, like, his car broke down up, like, when I'm saying up in the mountains, I'm talking winding up,
Wow.
steep,
Oh,
like,
that's
way up
all
there.
Oh, yeah.
Airlifted a mechanic
Why
up there.
would you take a Rolls Royce up there?
Great question.
I mean,
No
beats
idea.
me.
I mean,
Taking it in the mountain, going for a drive, Sunday stroll, Sunday drive or something. I don't know.
who knows? Anyway.
So, going on, they airlift a mechanic into the mountains, fix this guy's car. It takes like 10 minutes to fix. Not at all, just a little part.
Yeah.
Guy says, yeah, how much is this going to cost me? Because Jonah was telling us about how expensive helicopter rides are, like, in general.
Just
Crazy.
airtime,
Ridiculous.
Fuel. Like, you got to pay for airspace.
Pay for the airspace.
Yeah,
that's
and
a huge
that's
part.
the most
So-
expensive part.
Yeah.
So this guy's looking at a bill of 15,
It's-
20 grand.
It's like minimum of 10 grand to even get off the
Yeah.
ground.
That's crazy.
So he's looking at a good, nice billing coming his way. And he called Rolls-Royce because he was waiting for this charge to
Massive
come up on.
check.
Yeah, this massive
Or
charge coming up on his
charging.
credit card bill. And Rolls-Royce got back to him after a few days because they weren't picking up, and they said, "Your car never broke down. That never happened. Our cars don't ever break down." And told him, "You're not gonna have to pay a dime for it. Just pretend like it never happened."
Oh my God.
Lord.
That's how much confidence they have in their
Holy
product. How ridiculous
shit.
is that?
Wow.
Guy didn't have to pay a single dime for the bill.
That
they
is
airlifted
so
someone.
cool.
That is awesome.
How ridiculous is that?
I don't want to hear another word.
I know, I thought
They
that was
never
the
break-
They don't
coolest
want the
thing I've
bad
ever
press, dude.
Wow.
How sweet is that?
If that doesn't get you behind a brand, I don't know.
I know.
What
That's
does.
brand loyalty,
Incredible.
right? That's what builds brand loyalty. When when companies do stuff like that, that makes you not want to leave,
Yeah.
not buy anything else.
Yeah.
Makes you get another one.
Yeah, my jaw
That
just dropped.
Is wild.
That's so cool.
I don't know. That was my cool.
Is
little
that your
bit.
guys' dream car, like a Rolls-Royce?
No, probably not a Rolls-Royce.
I don't know,
It's
man.
up
You have a
there.
dream car?
I'm not a huge car guy.
I'm not a huge car guy either,
no,
but
I
I
don't know.
I
Dog shit about
I couldn't even
cars.
tell you
No,
if
me
my
either.
car is a 4 or 6 cylinder. I don't even know what it means.
That means.
no, you have 6-cylinder.
See, like I
I
don't.
I
Even,
got? I have 6 cylinder.
yeah, you have a 6-cylinder.
Okay.
That's like kind of
it's pretty standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have no idea. I'm not a car.
Apply to me.
So if I have a cool looking car that has a little bit
of
has a little bit of pickup on it, like I don't need anything too crazy.
Yeah.
I would rather spend my money on vacations and other cool things than a car.
Cruises.
Now, don't get me wrong, having a nice car would be fantastic.
Well,
but it wouldn't be if I made a lot of money, getting a dope car would not be one of the first things.
It wouldn't be one
list.
of the first things, but Lord, I would love me a good Tesla.
Oh yeah.
That would be dope.
Yeah, once they're perfected and whatnot.
Once they're perfect, that's hard too.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to necessarily, because they're coming out with new ones basically every day. So
Kind of want to wait until they have like a refined product and
solidified until everyone's autonomously driving on the roads.
That's so close.
Oh, I can taste
It
it.
is.
Yeah.
Technology, dude. Smooth transition into technology. The other point I wanted to bring up was I saw a commercial. It was VR, and it just like
Joey VR's a lot.
yeah, I talked about VR last time, but the reason I'm bringing it up is because like the commercial showed things that like I didn't even really know was like a possibility for VR, but once I saw it, I kind of thought like it kind of made sense. Watching VR and having it as like a live event. So they showed somebody like you put on the VR glasses and you're at the inauguration like 6 rows. If they started making live TV available on VR and they set up a VR camera,
you're at the basketball game.
You could be at the 50-yard line at the Super Bowl watching a VR camera.
Right on
Who's
the
going to go to
you
those
know what I mean?
events? If you got that, you got the
That
best seat in the
changes
house.
everything.
Yeah,
you
it
turn
does.
around, you see literally.
It's
you
literally
see
like
real
you're there.
people
If you
behind
have
That's
if you have
weird.
headphones on, like you're there.
Oh,
No,
you're
you are.
immersed.
You're right there, right in
It's
front of the action.
like how cool would that be?
Anywhere
That would
you look.
change everything, dude.
That's insane.
Ticket prices would have to drop.
Have to.
It really would.
It would change everything.
Because why am I going to pay, for a game like that, the Super Bowl or something? Why am I going to pay, thousands of dollars for a great seat when I can watch it on my
a
couch
headset.
from VR?
That's
It
crazy.
makes you wonder, maybe do you have to pay for that viewing experience for
Oh,
VR
I'm sure,
maybe?
I'm sure.
Like do you have to be able to pay to watch that channel or whatever they,
Well,
something
3D
like that?
was charging for a while. You could get 3D ESPN for a
Yep,
while, but
yep.
you had to pay an additional fee for it or something.
Right,
along
yeah,
those
maybe,
lines.
yeah, VR,
So I'm
ESPN.
sure it's something that they'd work out with the cable companies or.
But yeah, I just thought that was sweet.
Yeah, that
Like,
is.
that'd be so cool to
That would
just
shake everything up.
watch
Just
almost
the-
anything like you're there.
the realm of possibility for that. Could you because imagine they have it at every sports event. You're watching top plays. You're just teleporting to sideline of watching like a ridiculous dunk.
Right.
And you're right under the basket for a top.
Or
that
the-
would be so cool.
Right,
Like
like
gosh, you're right. But you're the umpire for a baseball home run, grand slam.
Right.
You're just standing. Who knows what they could do with those cameras?
yeah.
A lot of
A
possibilities.
lot of possibilities.
That's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that would be nuts.
Was it a Samsung commercial or what?
I
Samsung's
don't.
on the top tier there.
I would
Who's the
I would
original?
assume so. I'm not positive though.
Like, who's the original VR engineer?
Samsung, right?
Was it Samsung?
I think
Who came out with it first? Basically?
Samsung phones.
I thought it was kind of like Microsoft came out with or Microsoft might have the best one, but Samsung is big with the cameras. I think.
They released.
I don't know if they're big with the glasses.
Well, Microsoft doesn't produce smartphones, do they?
No, I don't know. No, I don't think so.
So,
I think Microsoft's more
like,
for the computer one,
right,
the best
right,
one.
right. But I
Tablets and
think,
computers.
but I think Samsung is like the first to actually produce like it with your phone, where you can get it on your phone, maybe.
Like the Google.
Oh,
VR.
yeah.
Right. Google has
might
it.
be before Samsung. I don't know.
Maybe
I think they're kind of neck and neck, but
it's just a matter.
I'm
of...
pretty sure Microsoft owns Oculus.
Okay.
And Oculus is the uprunner, I believe. Like the Oculus Rift, I believe is owned by Microsoft.
What was I gonna say?
I'm not
It's just a matter of time before the iPhones have it. The iPhone 8 would probably have it. You would think, right? How can you not? I feel like that's something that could persuade somebody to get a Samsung as opposed to an iPhone. You know, if Samsung
That's
has,
getting really good too. A year from now, I'm sure that technology is going to be uncanny.
I would be hard. It would be hard for Apple. I feel like to compete. Oh, they're always going to compete because they have a lot of brand loyalty. But that would hurt their business if they didn't have VR and everybody else did. Like the Google Pixel has it, and the other, the other big smartphone companies have it.
I mean, honestly, imagine watching these March Madness games right now. Some of these ridiculously close
You're just
games,
sitting here with a headset on.
and you're right there in front of the action. Like, that would be so cool.
Literally the best seat in the house every game.
Right.
You're just sitting, and everywhere you look, you could see a guy eating popcorn right next to you. You could see.
Absolutely.
It would be real time. Yeah, it's the biggest thing is just the quality. It'd be hard to get it where it was crystal clear quality.
Right. It might
because imagine how that
'cause I don't-
processing and
right.
the stream.
Yeah, I was gonna
how much
say.
that would.
I don't think it's there yet.
No.
Where you could do that, but even if
You need really good
even
compression
if
software.
even if it's on a little bit of delay, dude, just don't watch the game for a little bit, and then you can watch it
an hour later.
an hour in. You know, if there's an hour delay on games or something, I would have no problem shutting the TV off for an hour to watch it like that.
Think about seeing Bruno Mars at the Palace of Auburn
Right,
Hills.
concerts like that. You
It
can
would
see
change
Artists
everything.
could have little purchase things.
I think music,
everything.
That'd be cool. It would being up close, like to an artist or
You
something.
like,
oh man,
I know you're a big music guy.
Yeah.
If they set up a little VR camera in the recording studio and you could watch
Right.
the whole recording process of
They would-
your boy J. Cole or
Live
whatever.
streams of that.
Yeah, it wouldn't even have to be like a big venue. They could just be them
Fucking around.
Yeah, right.
Do they
exactly.
have live streams of recorders doing that?
Yeah, dude, I think, or I guess.
Well,
I'm not sure.
Any idea?
you know, it's not that popular, but like Frank Ocean when he was coming out with Blonde, he did that thing where he went on Apple Music and he had this live stream clip of.
Okay.
But I don't know, really.
Just
I don't
them
think-
being real and doing their
kind of
thing.
teasing everybody because he didn't come out with that album forever.
That's right.
So he was kind of
that's
just
right.
teasing everybody. He had a live cam with like basically nothing on it.
We'll get a VR camera for in here eventually, and you guys can just watch us
Yeah,
live.
they are live.
You guys can be in the room with us while we record these.
Doing a live podcast would be fun.
It'd be
It'd be difficult, but it'd
Just
be
have
fun.
to keep a leash on Nate.
Yeah.
Well,
Jeez.
a big thing. Live. I don't know how I feel about a live podcast.
No,
Why is
I
that?
wouldn't. No, I agree. I wouldn't know.
Well, what do you mean by live? As
If
in
we were, like,
people can
famous-
listen right now?
I'm just saying if we were like famous
Oh, that
down
would
the
be
road
cool.
and we could go somewhere like to like a Dunkin' Donuts and set up and do the
That
podcast
would
there.
be
Chill, eat
hilarious.
some donuts and coffee.
Bunch of fans wearing our T-shirts.
Yeah, dude.
Bros gone wild.
Absolutely.
Oh, that would be funny.
Just trap out the Dunkin' Donuts for an hour. Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts kind of falling off a little bit. The
I
world
mean, as
does
far
not
as yeah,
run on Dunkin' nearly
Starbucks
as much as it
Starbucks is
used to.
taking over.
Starbucks is.
What do you think is the best mainstream cup of coffee? Or you guys, I guess, aren't big coffee guys.
Not a huge coffee guy. I like McDonald's has a nice cup of Joe.
Ooh, I'm okay. I mean, it's okay, but
It's not
I take
bad.
Starbucks.
It's
and
$1 though for any size coffee,
Mhm.
and it's not bad. Like
Yeah.
Starbucks overcharges the shit out of you.
Tim Hortons is trash.
What's cool about Starbucks is they were one of the first coffee places to actually get the coffee for you. That was one of their biggest things. In
Oh,
the
not
sense
like
of-
pump it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then also they know the names, writing their names on the cups and everything. That is one of their most successful things that
Signature.
they can do. It just brings people back. They love that. It feels very personal when you go to Starbucks, and they, even though you don't necessarily have to pay for all the Wi-Fi, that's a huge part of their business. Is they want a hangout.
They want
don't
you to
wanna-
go
They don't want to
hang it.
stop in, leave, grab your
Right.
cup, and
They want
go.
you to hang out and keep buying products.
Sit there, buy a
Exactly.
lemon loaf if you're feeling a little hungry. Little poppy seed
Right.
muffin
Little
here and
poppy.
there.
Get some
Yeah.
work
Big
done and
poppies.
get a cup of coffee every half hour or so.
Yeah, Jonah puts 3 cups of coffee down in about an hour and 15 minutes, so that's easy for him.
Easy pickings.
It's an exaggeration.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, not
Hour.
by much.
Hour 20.
Hour 20.
So, is there any current events we want to touch on? I mean,
Well, I guess
How's-
we haven't talked about the term. We could talk about our brackets a little bit. 'Cause last time we had our podcast, it was Selection
Sure.
Sunday, and now we
Yeah.
could, we haven't talked about the Final Four. Or,
yeah, we got a little
Or pre-
bracket going in our room.
And we just got a little Michigan win in our room
And we
as
got a
well.
little Michigan dub.
That was awesome.
Even though I
Yeah.
have them losing to Oregon,
Oh, well.
but
What's
We'll
you
see
guys?
about it.
What's your guys' Final Four?
well, I just lost one of my fighters. Go
Duke,
ahead, D.
UCLA, Oregon. I have a fourth one. I do.
Press Virginia.
Press Virginia. Yes, thank you. Press Virginia.
Who do you have winning it all?
UCLA, but I don't know. You picked Press Virginia, and I really, really wish I would have hopped on that bandwagon before I put my bracket in.
I love it.
I have UCLA.
I love
too.
watching them. They're so fun to watch.
UCLA is a popular pick.
Yeah, it is.
It's not. Listen, I'm not knocking it. I have them in my championship game. They're a hell of a
They're
team.
good.
Yeah. but I'm riding that Press Virginia wave all the way to the championship, and then I'll be rocking a
We've had some good
championship
games.
shirt.
I mean, today is the first day we've really seen some like upsets, really. Other than the 12-5, because we were talking about how the first round was pretty uneventful as far as.
That was a pretty big Michigan upset we just saw.
Well, yeah, I mean today, like the second round, the first round was pretty uneventful.
Yeah, it kind of was.
I know we're recording a little early, but if we were recording it later, we could talk about the Michigan State win over Kansas. But we're just to let you guys know, we haven't seen that yet, but it's gonna happen later.
Oh, gotcha.
In the evening.
That is bold.
That is bold.
I have Michigan State in my Final Four.
You do every year.
I couldn't imagine you not having.
No, not every year. A lot of times I actually have them losing early, but I have them this year. I believe. I'm a believer. Tommy Boy gets those boys fired up for the postseason.
Dang. Indeed, he does.
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool to see Cash and Miles Bridges and all those guys.
Cool.
It's pretty
cool because I've seen a few players like I'm watching them in the tournament that I've like legitimately played against.
Yeah,
and that's really cool. Like Cassius, we all played against. Kid for Purdue, I played against in a tournament.
It is pretty wild.
Just other people like that.
We're at that point in our lives where we start to almost recognize professional athletes, and that's pretty freaking crazy.
That is, Cole Chewin's soon to be.
Soon to be.
I know.
Shout out to Chewy.
There's professional athletes that are younger than us.
Yeah.
That's where it gets
which is wild.
Yeah.
These people have already made $30 million, and they're younger than me. It's kind of wild. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all that's going on in the tournament. I mean, it's a little uneventful right now. Nothing crazy besides Michigan just doing it to them.
Doing it.
Wisconsin won yesterday. That's a big upset.
Yeah.
Beat Nova.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Iowa
right.
State lost there in my Final Four.
You had them in your Final Four.
I was just doing some random stuff, putting the dream on. I wasn't huge into college basketball this year, but it's all Gucci.
I'm ready for baseball to start up.
So ready for baseball.
Is it April 6th?
April 4th.
April 4th, just kidding.
Is it April 4th?
April 4th. First pitch, 1:07 or something like that.
That's usually the time. It's
something
weird.
like there, yeah. Yeah, I'm pumped.
That's very exciting.
I miss me some Tiger baseball, that's for sure.
Dude, they're going to have a tough season with the Indians, dude. The Indians are good as fuck.
I'm not worried. Indians always are pretty shitty.
What are you talking about? They fucking blew,
my God.
They blew a 3-1 lead in the World Series, and then they got everybody back, plus a couple guys that were hurt, and maybe a solid squad, dude.
Mediocre.
Tigers.
Who do we have anymore, dude?
That's what's
was
weird.
just our starting pitching was so good for so long.
And now
we got rid of Scherzer.
Now it's just decent.
The squad. I miss, when we were making a run back when
I do
we had
miss
Pfister, Scherzer.
Ricky Porcello.
Porcello, yeah.
They're just fun to watch.
David Price for a minute.
David Price. Yeah.
What's the price? Prices.
Oh, speaking of that, Drake's album came out.
Drake's
It's been
album.
out for, it's going to be 24 hours here pretty soon.
Good, yeah, just about.
Yes. Positive reviews, obviously, all the way around from everybody.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's got its bangers and it's got its smooth jams. It's
He's just like any other artist, though, with like loyal fans. He just has like a huge fan base that no matter what,
Massive fan base.
basically whatever he features in or comes out with, everyone
it's
loves
fire,
it.
right? But I will not lie, this is a pretty good album.
It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad at all. I guess there's not a ton to say about it, but
No.
and there's not a ton of current events besides just constant basketball, Optic Gaming going to the winners final in a little bit here.
We're not too far out from summer vacation as of right
We
now.
are not.
We're getting there.
We're not.
We're slowly but not even slowly, dude. It's coming up fast.
We got
He's
about
gonna be
6
here
weeks
before we know
right?
it.
6-7 weeks.
I
Just
realize
about.
it's getting close when I have a project that's due in, I think, 2 weeks. That's my last project for the year.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
And I'm just getting to that point where you finish some stuff up and you're done with it. And you finish, and you're just kind of piecing together the end of these classes. And
Right.
It's an interesting point
To
be at.
It's going to be 2 years under the belt.
Under the old Belsky.
Wild.
Next year's going to be a hoot.
Yeah.
Get out of these dorms.
Yep.
Oh, it'd be nice.
I'm Peacock. Guys, you gotta let me fly.
Oh, I figured might as well bring up a little Clarkson basketball because this time next week they could be state champs.
There's more than one tournament going on right now.
There are. High school basketball.
Yep.
Clarkson basketball, got to rep it. You know, we're all from Clarkson, all former Clarkson basketball alum.
Basically born and raised.
But they are in the quarterfinals on Tuesday against Saginaw, and if they win, they play Friday at the Breslin Center for the semis, and if they win, they play on Saturday for the finals.
Crazy.
And I will most definitely be in attendance for that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll make my trip out there.
Got to rep the fams. Little Stewie Newblatt on the squad.
We should make a sign,
dude.
man.
You should steal his ring if they get one. Just bring it up here.
He's got a couple of them if he wins one now, right?
Yeah, he got one when he was a freshman for football.
Great. That is crazy.
But yeah, it's an exciting time.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
It's so eventful. I mean, we just had St. Patrick's Day too, and
absolutely
kind of forgot about that.
Be nice to get old Dan Fife a ring.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's about time.
Fill out his career.
Yeah.
There's one last check mark he needs to put on the old resume, and that's it. The championship.
For sure. All right, boys. I guess it's a touch dull in the news areas of the world, but.
Well, it was kind of a busy week back too.
It was, yeah. That's a good point. I had a lot of stuff to finish and clean up, but like I said, I entered my new decade, and now I'm on to. Hey. I'm approaching the big birthday, is what people are born and raised told.
Business is business. It's strictly financial.
Yeah. Next birthday, 21.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. So, all right, boys. I guess feel free to follow us at BGW Podcast on Twitter. You can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Facebook. We have a page. Feel free
We're everywhere
to like
now.
that up. Just find us wherever you want to find us, because we'll be there.
Any suggestions? We have an email as well.
Wow. Yeah,
feel free to email us.
It's brosgonewildpodcast@gmail.com. So you can figure that one out if you want to email us. But moving on, I guess we're going to see you next Sunday.
Sounds good. Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.